Welcome everybody to today where we celebrate the Monday of the 18th week of Ordinary Time. Today, notice that our life is like getting on the boat in the middle of the water. So, if we are to go on a cruise, we would notice that we are stuck in the middle of the boat, where we are in the middle of the sea and all we just see is just plain water. And we know that being inside the sea carries a lot of risk that are associated. So each and every one of us here, as we continue to become in the middle of the sea, realize that we go to develop this fear. The fear of sinking in the water, the fear of not being able to get back in contact with our families and our friends. We develop this fear in the middle of the sea to the point where we really start to doubt ourselves in being able to trust in the Lord, knowing that the Lord will help guide each and every one of us here. Jesus in today's Holy Gospel had his disciples on the boat where they were facing this fear to the point where right when Jesus was walking on the water, Peter was afraid and proclaimed Jesus as a ghost, to the point where if he stated that if it is truly Jesus, that the Lord will command him to walk on the water, to the point where Jesus told him to go walk on the water. And as a result of this, Peter got off the boat and walked on the water to Jesus. But then right as he was about to approach Jesus, he noticed that he's far away from the boat. And out of fear, he began sinking to the point where he called the Lord for help. To the point where now Jesus picked Peter up and then got back on a boat, and he was asking them, why do you fear? To the point where the Lord had mentioned to each and every one of us here this most important thing to which we should have in our lives, and that is to never be afraid. Throughout the course of our life, we have been challenged by series of obstacles to the point where it really puts into our attention our awareness and whether or not we still want to continue to follow the Lord. Because if we continue to follow the Lord, we have to come to recognize that we have to go through these series of challenges that have been placed before each and every one of us, so that way we can allow ourselves to be able to continue to live forth our journey of faith. So each and every one of us here, as we strive to continue to live forth our journey of faith, are called to continue to really question ourselves. Where is the moment in our lives when we were once afraid of following Jesus? And when we continue to follow Jesus, how does Jesus continue to work within each and every one of us? Because our life is like a boat to which we are floating in the middle of the sea. And whether or not we want to continue to head to our destination, it all is determined upon our motivation that we continue to build up for ourselves. Our motivation for each and every one of us here to go take the time to follow the Lord. That is one of the biggest challenges to which Jesus wants to place before each and every one of us here, so that way all of us can understand what our faith is meant to be. Hence, when we continue to recognize our faith, we continue to want to love the Lord a lot more. So that way, each and every one of us here can strive to continue to maintain this unity and this closeness within Christ. Thank you to each and every one of you guys for taking the time to listen to this reflection, and for more videos like this, please consider liking, subscribing, and commenting down below any questions that you may have about the faith. Thank you.